Hello once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, on this beautiful, but albeit breezy day. And I'm excited to share the third part of a series of a grouping of packages that have come that I've decided, rather than unbox them all at once, I'm doing them two at a time. I did two on the first episode, two in the next one, and this is the final two. Of course, by this time by the time I drop these, there may be other things coming in the mail, but that's okay. The first two episodes were all Entertainment Earth shipments, and each one contained a Black Series figure and a Vintage Collection figure. Actually, a Vintage Collection re-release with a new face sculpt. So now we're breaking away from that formula, and we're going with something from the Shop Disney. And this is not something I normally do, but it was a May the 4th thing release. It was something announced and released on May the 4th. And the way Shop Disney works is a lot of the items are available in the theme parks, and then they are also available on Shop Disney. So not everything, but a lot. But now, as you know, people who watch this channel know that I traveled down to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, or should I say I traveled down to Batuu, Galaxy's Edge East, quite a bit. Probably at least 5 or 6 times a year at this point. And we have another trip scheduled in 2 months, so there'll be episodes coming from there. And I see a lot of items, see a lot of merchandise, and some things I pass on, some things I purchase, and then some things I think, oh, that's really cool, I think I might want to get that later, only to come back the next day or next week to find that it's sold out. So because of that, now whenever I see something on Shop Disney or the Disney Parks site or the Disney Parks, videos of people doing merch reveals, and I think that's something I really want, I do my very best to, if I really want it, I try to find it right away, because it eventually is gonna sell out, and I don't want to, I don't know if it'll still be there in 2 months. Maybe it will, and if it is, it's fine. So this is a box from them. So what do we have here? There are 2 items, I believe, in here, so I have to be a little bit careful. Okay, first item, since it was May the 4th. Oh, really, dude? You gotta put the quantity there? That's silly. All right, drop that in there. We had to have a May the 4th pin, and there's a little Grogu. Now, of course, this is a exclusive 2022 May the 4th be with you pin. I don't do a lot of pin collecting. I do have some, but I just kind of pick up 1 or 2 here and there when I like them, and I actually wear them. I have a lanyard that I wear to my work, so I'll attach the pins there. So I actually do try to wear the pins whenever I can, because otherwise pin collecting can be a very weird thing. It just takes up a lot of room, and I do have a bulletin board that I put the pins on to keep them there, so it's easy to just grab them, attach them to the lanyard, and go. So there he is, little Grogu. There were a couple of different designs. I think they were in a bounty hunter kick, but I really like Grogu, so there he goes. May the 4th be with you. But there's a bigger item in here, one that I'm a little more excited about. All right. Now, Disney is known for something called Spirit jerseys, okay? Which are these kind of oversized, just this down here. They're these oversized shirts. And I love these because they've really, done all sorts of really cool items related to every kind of property, from all different types of Disney properties to Marvel to Muppets to Star Wars. So I've picked up several Star Wars ones. One of them is a holiday-themed Spirit jersey, which I felt, it kind of takes the place of the ugly Christmas sweater, which I'll show you when we get to the holidays. But this one, I mean, as a collector of all things toy-related in Star Wars, how can one not get this Star Wars jersey? That's what actually the back is. The front is this simple Star Wars design. It's kind of like, it's not a printed, it's almost like it kind of pops out a little bit. It has like kind of an indented feel to it. But look at this. Oh my goodness. You got what do you got here? You got collect them all. You got Stormtrooper, Vader, Luke, Han, Leia, 3PO, Chewie, and R2, right? Of course, we are missing a few, all right, but these are the ones. And it usually, when you buy the size that you normally buy, like I'm an XL usually, I could probably fit into a large, but an XL just kind of is a little more, if it shrinks in the wash, you're good. So it's just a great thing to wear. And now, of course, I'm going to end up folding this up and putting it away for for the summer, but you know, it's still cool to have. So that's the first thing. Now, in a completely different, and you know, now for something completely different, we have this thing, and I have my little thing here because I want to make sure I get my names right. But I have been slowly developing a collection, and if you've watched some of my previous episodes, you see this. I've been slowly developing a collection of custom reproduction figures. Now, there's a lot of people that have a heart. Now, that we've talked about this on previous episodes. There's a lot of people who have strong opinions about reproductions. Okay, some people are fine with customization, but they don't like reproductions. Meaning, if you want to make a figure that hasn't been made, customize it to the way you want. That's great. But if you want to make a complete carbon copy of a Luke Skywalker figure, for example, that's no good. Okay. I get that. I do get that. And I do try, for the most part, to follow in that realm. I think the only customized, basically 3D printed, customized figure that's kind of a reproduction that I ever had was a blue snaggletooth. And you can look on a previous episode for it. It's a blue snaggletooth figure that came with the Sears cardboard playset, but it's on a card. It's on a Star Wars vintage card. That never happened. I kind of figured that the figure on the card is customized, so it kind of falls into that customization category. Every other figure that I've ever collected that's a customized figure was never ever made. So it's essentially a full-out custom figure. These also fall into kind of a weird category because they did, of course, make a series of prototypes to show for photos and stuff like that. But there's only one set of those, probably, or a handful of sets that are in the hands of very high-end collectors. So I'm just trying to develop a customizable thing, of a customizable collection of figures. And they make sure that if you look at the you know, on the side of the leg, they put the year, they put the name of the person who created it. So I've been working with this one collector who has been sending me figures, one designer who's been sending me figures, and I gotta be careful here. I'm outside and I have a couple of what do they call packing peanuts here, and I don't want them to blow away. All right, so I accidentally ordered a figure from him. Yeah, it's called Pro Custom Figures. I accidentally ordered a figure from this guy. I ordered the figure Kleb Zelok, right? All right, so I ordered Kleb Zelok from this guy, right? Which is like the green and gray kind of guy, and I ordered him twice. I actually ordered him once, and then I ordered him again. So and if you look on a previous episode, you'll actually see me holding two, like the thumbnails, the two figures together. Well, I reached out to the collector and I asked him, said, look, if I cover shipping to send this back to you, would you consider sending me a different one? And he said, he got back to me right away. And he said, absolutely. So I basically took him up on that offer, and I have the figure here. It is Gaff. Ooh, I lost that. Wait, no. I'm gonna lose that. That's a nice little QR code, which I'll actually put on the screen so anybody who wants it. Do that in a moment. All right, so this is Gaff. He's a figure from the Droids cartoon series. I love the job Pro Customs does on these figures. They look amazing. I do have a couple of the first series of Droids figures loose and carded, and the loose ones, this is very much like how they made. Now, I always say they're 3D printed. I don't know if they're 3D printed. I mean, it could be just injected molded in a singular way where they could do one at a time, but you know, because they do feel very much pliable like regular action figures. So to me, I don't know for sure if they are 3D printed. I know a lot of people have been doing that, but look at that. It's just an amazing, amazing figure. So pretty cool stuff. All right, so I'm all over this, and I think this is such a fantastic thing. And I'm gonna just put this up here. If you go to facebook.com/, and by the way, this is not a paid advertisement or of any kind. I'm just a collector that likes this guy's work. You can see here, He's not, in addition to, now of course on the bottom there, it looks like he does some Boba Fett stuff too, like different types of Boba Fetts. But if you can look at that QR code, I'm sure you can put that in there. You can see that you can check out what else he has. You can get an entire set if you want. Okay, so pretty cool things. All right, so very excited to end this series with some pretty cool things with the Spirit jersey, the pin for May the 4th, and this awesome custom reproduction of an unproduced figure, which you can also find from Pro Customs. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Darth Tuba, Darth Tuba Stars on Box Picture, Facebook, and email me darthtuba77@gmail.com and watch The War of the Stars, or listen to the War of the Stars podcast. And until next time, may the Force and the toys, real or reproduced or customized, be with you.